What's up, everybody? Welcome to the FYF live show brought to you by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my friend and co-host, John Luke Garofalo, repping the Atlanta shirt today. What's up, my friend?
Doing well. How are you doing, Simon?
I'm doing all right. I got a lot of time in the car coming up. I'm driving to North Carolina with my dog. So I spent some time last night downloading books, looking for things that are going to keep me interested. So if you or anybody in the chat has a sick audiobook recommendation, I've already downloaded like 20 because I'm indecisive and want to be able to choose from my selection while I'm in the vehicle. But I'm down to add 20 more. I like the more choices, the more better for me.
That's fair. I think you've got plenty of options to choose from. I'm trying to think of what I would recommend above that. I used to listen to the Harry Potter books on audiobook. I used to listen to like the Spider-Man movie while driving.
Oh, a movie while driving is not a bad idea. It's like a podcast, but you don't get
to see it, unfortunately, but you can listen to it, which is nice.
I bet there's some movies that translate very well to audio only. I'm going to Google that. I bet some people have like had that experience and created a list of movies that are best audio only.
Probably like The Replacements, maybe.
Anything that's very dialogue heavy. Those dialogue heavy movies are going to be the ones that get you going. I'm trying to think of ones that I know that are like that. But truly, anyone in the chat who has recommendations, throw them my way. I got 20 hours there, 20 hours back. That's enough time for like 20 movies, 5 books. Like I'm going to knock some stuff out during this trip.
You could just go with one series. Just do like Lord of the Rings extended edition. Just
from beginning to end. Or I might listen to the podcast. My Dad Wrote a Porno again, just from beginning to end. It's my favorite podcast ever. It's this guy whose dad in his retirement decided to start writing erotic fiction with no previous experience as a writer or an erotic writer in any way whatsoever. And him and like 3 of his buddies get on a podcast and read a chapter out loud to each other each week. And it is like pee your pants funny. It's like so funny to listen to that it's almost dangerous to put on while you're driving.
Did they stop, or is he still cranking out chapters in the book?
He wrote multiple books. There's like a follow-up season and a season after that. It's the main character's name is Belinda Blinks.
And it's still going, this podcast series?
I haven't checked in a couple years. I like fell off after season 2. Season 1 is where the gold is.
Season 2 is like, okay.
He started understanding human anatomy a little bit better in season 2, and so it wasn't as funny to listen to.
It was just erotic.
He must have taken some notes. Yeah, then it was just a son reading like moderately okay erotic fiction written by his father. Then it just got kind of weird.
It got a little strange, yeah.
I have to tell you about another podcast I learned about yesterday that I'd never heard of. And I learned about it because I saw the news about Malik Willis, which maybe we'll talk about a little bit, broken by Jordan Schultz. And I was like, who the hell is this Jordan Schultz guy breaking the news? He's formerly of Fox Sports and The Score, current host of the Schultz Report, and often appears on Why is Draymond Green Talking About Football, which is a podcast that Draymond Green hosts about NFL and football. And I had no idea that even existed. Did you know Draymond Green was hosting a football podcast called Why is Draymond Green Talking About Football?
No, that definitely sounds up my alley, like something I want to watch now, though.
100%. I'm going to download some of those for the trip. I haven't listened yet, but stay tuned for my review of that. And what a self-aware and funny thing to name your football podcast. Because like immediately that's what I would think if I saw that, like, wait, Draymond Green has a football podcast?
Right. That's why I haven't seen Draymond Green since the playoffs last year, the NBA playoffs. I haven't really thought about him since then. Is he still in the Warriors?
I think so, but I may not know. Draymond Green, let's see.
He seemed like a real good at the flop, excellent at the flop. He's got some good like little micro movements. He's like a DeAndre Hopkins kind of a flop.
Dude, and he's not just a flopper, he's an instigator on purpose in the best way. You know what I mean? Like that man is trouble on the court in a way that I love to watch.
Yeah.
Like some players he does it in a way that's very self-aware that like he knows what he's doing and he's not going to play the victim about it all that much. Like he's got a smirk on his face as he's doing all this stuff. And I can appreciate that. It's the people that do that and then like cry foul and act like babies out there that I can't stand watching.
Yeah, I guess SGA is like, he just does it. He doesn't really cry too much baby about it, but he's just annoying about it.
I'm trying to think of an example of a player who like then cries foul about it. I don't watch enough NBA right now to have some good examples. But the news that broke that led me to discover this podcast about Draymond Green, that was really the highlight, was that Malik Willis is expected to get at least $30 million per year in free agency coming up, which to me, that's crazy because I looked at his career. Like I was curious. I was like, what has he done to earn 30 million? The most memorable thing I remember about that is me, you, and Josh on the FanDuel draft stream, just having like a when is Malik Willis getting drafted tracker. We predicted it every pick from like the 13th pick in the first round on until he finally got drafted in the third round. And then we didn't predict it on that pick and had to like go back and pretend like we predicted it. We did a recap of it. But he's only started 6 games in his 4-year NFL career. And I have to imagine a lot of this hype is coming off his one start from this year, which then I dug into the stats. 18 for 21, 288 through the air, and 1 touchdown. Pretty good. And then 9 rushes, 60 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground with 1 fumble loss. So he was responsible for 3 touchdowns, like 348, 350 all-purpose yards, passing and rushing. But that's a 1-game sample size out of a 6-game sample size in a 4-year career. Like, that'd be like, Jail, if you showed up, came in second place in poll perception, and then they offered you the host of Jeopardy job.
They're like, wow, this guy, he knows his trivia.
This guy's got it. He is going to be the host of Jeopardy. It would be like, I just can't think of another scenario where I guess it's such a needed position that flashes like that are enough to get you that kind of money. But 30 million a year for that, like, that's crazy. Do you think that's going to pan out for the team that ends up doing it?
It's hard to tell. Like you said, it's a small sample size that makes it tough to tell. What I saw from Malik Willis in that game was a significant step up in terms of talent, performance, ability. Before that, I really was going off of the few starts he had in, what was it, Tennessee, right? Tennessee took him.
Tennessee, yeah, and then Tennessee took him. I don't know if he even started in Tennessee, though. Maybe 1 or 2 games.
I thought he filled in or something. I thought he came in a preseason game. I just remember we watched him play. It wasn't that good to watch. He was scrambling around a lot. He didn't look that comfortable, and it just looked like a rookie, an unready rookie. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, he started 3 games his rookie year for Tennessee, 2 games for Green Bay last year, and then 1 game for Green Bay this year. That's his entire sample size.
But the game that he played this year for the Packers when he went to fill in for Jordan Love, he looked good. He looked really good. It wasn't like it was a fluke or that we just didn't evaluate him. It looked like he had actually gotten better. As a quarterback, he had worked on the skills. He looked comfortable in the pocket, and he was making plays. So it does feel like a little bit of an overreaction given the small sample size. A team could get burned by Malik Willis, but I think it all depends on how they engage him. Did you say that 30 million is what he was asking, or is that's what he's gotten?
That is what's projected. That is the talk around that is coming from an NFL insider and his sources around the league, is that those are the kind of dollar amounts that teams are talking about when they're talking about signing Malik Willis.
Yeah, if a team thinks he's really good and maybe he's like a really, really high value backup, these teams feels like they have to prepare for the postseason injury at this point if they want to make it robust. What up, Butts?
Butts in here. What's up, Butts? Says it helps him that there's only 1 QB prospect in the draft. Yeah, and one that I've seen multiple people already calling for him to bust. That he doesn't have the processing speed or the ability to react to his read being taken away. I don't have those takes, but I think to further your point, Rick, there's 1 quarterback in the draft that people are excited about, and even that dude has questions, and it's a foregone conclusion that he's off the board. The Raiders are taking him. They've all but guaranteed that. Yeah,
I can see a team taking a shot on Malik Willis, just see what happens.
Yeah, I could too, but I feel like we've seen this game before. But we've also seen the failed quarterback or the backup quarterback go to a new team and find real success. So I'm cheering for him. That would be dope to see him kind of go from like pre-draft expected to be the top quarterback taken and then really falls down the board, doesn't really get his footing under him, and then back up. I love an underdog story, a comeback story. But 30 mil is going to make it a little bit less of an underdog story, man.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Then that's like a nut up or shut up story at that point. Like, okay,
Christian Kirk getting the bag.
Do it. Now do it.
It feels like Christian Kirk just kind of like into non-existence.
Yeah, he's a free agent this year as well, right? I wonder what he's expected to get, what his expected value is. They usually have that listed over here. Christian Kirk, 5.36 million, whereas his previous AAV was 18 million. So a big drop off after that $18 million contract.
Yeah.
But guys like Alec Pierce, Wan'Dale Robinson, Deebo Samuel, Juwan Jennings are all kind of sitting in that 15 to 20 plus million a year range of what they're expected to land. So I don't think the wide receiver market is reset. They just said, shit, we were wrong on Christian Kirk.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But said Tennessee has been about as bad since they drafted him as the Jets have been. He's looked pretty good as a Packer, which I hated. Resident Bears fan Rick Butts.
Yeah, dude, they have looked really terrible. There's the rotating between coaches. It feels like they should have just kept Vrabel. Maybe they would have got back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, or at least maybe to the playoffs. Know what I mean? In their division, Vrabel seems crazy that they determined, they looked at everything there and they were like, Vrabel's the problem. Vrabel's the issue. Like, I feel like everybody looking on was like, I think he's a pretty good coach. And then he got scooped up by the franchise that had Bill Belichick as their head coach for a million years prior to that. I guess they're not flawless in New England. They had a 1-year experiment in between with Gerard Mayo that didn't pan out.
Gerard Mayo experiment.
Poor Gerard Mayo.
Yeah. What are you going to do? It's the NFL, baby.
What you going to do? What you going to do when they come for you? John Luke, I got some fantasy feud prepared for you today if you want to play.
Oh, yeah. We got some combine today, too.
We do have some combine today. What time does the coverage start? Are you going to be watching any of that?
3 p.m. I am going to be watching some of that. I should be. I'll either watch it live or I'll watch the replay a little bit later tonight.
Defensive linemen, linebackers, and place kickers are today at 3 p.m. Tomorrow's defensive backs.
Cream of the crop. The most important guys on the board. That's who we're seeing today.
I just want to watch the place kickers. That's all I'm here for, baby.
Brandon Aubrey, 2.0.
Does place kicker cover every kicking position in the NFL or only the ones where the ball is placed on the ground?
That one.
Like a punter's a different area of coverage?
Yep.
Are there no punters invited to the combine? Because there is not a time slot for them listed.
Don't think so.
Would they just take like a yearly field trip to like Scotland and Australia?
Like they just go to like their local Six Flags.
And go like, hey, you look like you can kick it pretty far. They head down to the MLS team and like, hey, who's not getting paid enough here?
Watch me kick.
You can come make $4 million a year and you just got to kick the ball like 2 to 7 times a game, depending on how bad your team is.
So I mean, I've been doing this weird habit when I walk around my neighborhood where I just like stretch my leg out by doing an NFL level kick with my leg. Like I'll just gear up to basically place kick. And it feels pretty good to stretch it that way. But I feel like my neighbors all think I'm probably training for the NFL.
Have you ever
for the combine?
Have you ever kicked a field goal?
I've tried to kick a field goal.
And it didn't go well.
I don't really remember. I don't think I might have made it. I don't know. Like I did it when I was younger. I used to kick just for fun, but I haven't in a while.
I'm 1 for 1 in my career on field goals. The only
You've
field
only
goal
tried once?
I've only tried once, and it went through the uprights, and I think I'll call it right there. But it was
Coward.
I was with my dad at the College Football Hall of Fame, and they have an area where you can attempt a field goal on like a replica college football field. And so I went and got in line, and it was me and 15 8-year-olds. Like it was all children, and then I'm just standing there in line with them. There's a couple behind me, a bunch in front of me, and they all missed. Every single one of them got up there and couldn't do it. And then I stepped up and freaking drilled it, man, straight through the uprights. And you know what? I shouldn't have felt as like badass and big as I did. And it made me feel better that all the children missed it. All right, I'm going to pull up this game.
Suck it to every kid as you go down the line.
Losers!
Smack Dennis in the head.
They were all named Dennis, every single one of them. John Luke, we were talking about little guys yesterday whenever we were talking about Kyler Murray. So I thought I'd ask you about some little guys that played in the NFL last season. What I want from you here is to name every quarterback. There are 5 that had at least 100 pass attempts during the 2025 NFL regular season that is 6 foot or shorter.
Okay. Well, let's go with the short guy himself to begin, Kyler Murray.
Number 4 on this list. He had 161 pass attempts and comes in at 5'10". These are in order of the number of pass attempts they had in 2025, if that helps you at all.
Trying to think who else. It's not Joe Flacco. He's like 6'11".
He might be 6'12".
Might be 6'12". I don't think it's Lamar. Sam Darnold, does he breach 6 feet? Geno Smith, does he breach? Patrick Mahomes. I feel like Patrick Mahomes could be 5'11". Dude, who are all the short guys? I have no idea how tall Tyler Shuck is. That guy could be 1,000,000 feet. Baker feels like he could be 6 foot, 6'1". Bryce Young. That's a short guy.
Bryce Young is number 1 on this list. 478 pass attempts, coming in at 5'10". Nice pull, John Luke.
Just had to go through all the teams sequentially. Now who am I missing? Is JJ McCarthy? Let's go JJ McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy.
He can have 100.
Is not on this list. That is going to be 1 strike.
How tall is he?
Let's find out. JJ McCarthy is TBD. I'm not as fast at Googling as I thought. Now I got the site pulled up. It'll be easy. He's 6'3".
Whoa.
Big guy. Tall man over
with
there.
That baby face? He's got 6'3". He's as tall as my brother? That's crazy. All right, I'm back to square zero. Josh Allen definitely taller. Jameis Winston probably taller. Jackson Dart could be shorter, but it feels like the same thing as JJ. He could be 6'3", and I have no idea.
He's just young. Maybe you're just thinking of young guys, and they're like, they still gotta grow.
Too little still. They gotta grow. Oh my God. Okay. Well, let me keep thinking. Baker.
Do you want a hint? And it's not a big one, and it applies to all of the remaining quarterbacks.
Fine.
They did not end the season as the starter for their team. None of the remaining quarterbacks ended the season as the starter for their team. They started for portions of this season, not including the end.
Oh my God. All right. Let's go with Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel, John Luke. I don't know why you would guess that, but it is absolutely correct. He is 5'11", had 185 pass attempts, and the Browns wanted that to work. It just didn't, and I think everyone felt bad for him. Like whenever they drafted him, they were like, I don't know, man. And then he got out on the field, and people were like, I think you should probably put him back on the bench.
Do you think that this is a Dylan Gabriel? Like Dylan Gabriel's he's spoiled, or do you think this is a Browns? He's in the Browns environment, which is spoiled in and of itself.
I think it's probably a little bit of both. He's
a little spoiled. He's like close to the expiration date, but not quite.
I mean, he came into the league, like you use the word spoiled. It's funny that you use that. Like he came into the league at 24 years old. And that's often a bad sign for these quarterbacks whenever they are in college that long. They come into the league later. They've already had that kind of like development window. They're not going to hit that in the league. And then you plug them into maybe the worst situation that you could possibly have. I'm not saying that he couldn't have been better elsewhere. I don't think he's a starter in the NFL, though.
That's fair.
I mean, and Rick says, I don't think he looked any worse than Sanders. I also agree with that. So I think there's an element of the Browns spoiling the bunch, and I don't think either of those two QBs are the answer long term. So you're doing pretty good. You got 3 out of 5 with only 1 strike so far.
Yeah, but I don't have any more names. Dylan Gabriel is just a guess out of a new guy who might have been kind of short. I wonder if Shador is 6 foot.
You got 1 old guy and 1 young guy.
He ended as the starter.
1 oldie and 1 youngie sitting on this list.
I guess Jameis could be the guy. It just doesn't I don't know. The way his body is distributed doesn't feel like he's under 6 foot. It feels like his body would look different if he was under 6 foot.
Which one?
Jameis
Winston.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. Aaron Rodgers. Oh, okay. Let's go Aaron Rodgers. Maybe he's 5'11" and a half.
Aaron Rodgers, unfortunately, JL is 6'2".
Dang.
6'2". We don't know where that insecurity and the little man syndrome comes from. He's a big man. He just acts like a little guy.
Not the height, turns out.
It's probably his truck. His truck's probably not big enough.
Yeah, that's probably it. Oh, yeah, you said end of the starter. I'm an idiot.
And I forgot to give you a strike for that one.
Shoot. Okay, this guy didn't. Oh, Phillip Rivers. That guy's got too many kids to be under 6 foot.
You can't be that fertile and 5'11". Come on.
No, sir. Daniel Jones, he wasn't the starter at the end, but he's got to be 6 foot. I mean, what else does he have going for him? If he was 5'11", no one would have given him a chance. God, this game is hard, Simon. Minnesota Seahawks. Is Sam Darnold not 6 foot? No, you said ended the season, not starting. So this is a guy that was benched. Jade Daniels definitely 6 foot. Get out of here, Simon. Oh. Nope.
We got some guesses coming in the chat. I'm going to say, going through here, I don't know if you're looking at them, JL.
I'm not. I'm out of the chat.
I have not seen either of the last two names listed in the chat by Mr. Butts.
Who is this?
One of them, you're going to kick yourself. One of them, he screams, I'm a little guy.
I'm a little guy. Oh, my God. I don't know.
You want to give up? Or you want to throw one more name out there and just eat that last strike? You might get lucky.
I don't think him. Oh.
Tua Tagovailoa is 6 foot
no
1.
Way he's over 6 feet.
Tua is listed official height on the roster as 6'1", 225 pounds.
Bullshit. He wasn't a starter at the end of the season, and he is a short guy. Get the hell out of here, Simon. I win.
JL wins, but the way to double win would have been guessing Spencer Rattler, 6 foot even, 257 pass attempts. And the last one, this is the one I think you're
6 foot was diabolical, Simon, I got to say.
Russell Wilson, 5'11", 119 pass attempts.
I forgot he even played.
Season. And Rick said,
I said Jameis, I said Jackson Dart. I did not say Russell Wilson, because where was Russell Wilson after he got benched? Did the guy he no
Subway?
Longer on contract, doesn't suit up anymore?
I think he went to Subway and just was eating Danger Witches nonstop.
What the hell? How do you just get to disappear?
He just sat in the living room and stared at his wife and said, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm married to Sierra."
Are you sure still?
And you saw what I did out there on the field, and I'm only 5'11". I am saying all this as a 5'10" man. I am the epitome of average height, but I'm not an NFL quarterback.
True.
We'll see. Some of these, it's not a good trend for the short kings in the NFL. Looking at this list, only one of them ended the season as a starter, and that's Bryce Young. All these other guys got benched or injured or just outplayed by someone behind them on the list. Also, Rick Butt said apparently I look 5'6" on camera. When I met you, I was shocked at how tall you were, Rick. You surprised me, but I think I assume everybody's short when I look at them on camera.
When I see when I'm watching NFL games, I feel like my reference point is all off. They all look normal size because they're all just normalized to okay, they're that size. Then you see Derrick Henry, you're like, oh my God, that guy's big.
I remember freshman year of college leaving a paint party concert at the campus beach at Y Beach. I was walking out and there was this huge crowd of people off to the side. And I was like, I wonder what they're doing over there. And then I walked over and it was Sammy Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins standing there with their shirts off. And it was that moment that I realized, holy shit, those men are big. They're not even big compared to other football players. Know what I mean? They're pretty normal sized football players. They're not the giant, massive guys on the field. And they were huge. Physically different than everybody else. We could have fit two of my torsos inside of their torso, and they're 7% body fat. Know what I mean? And I was 35% body fat. Their
numbers don't add up.
Their leg was as wide as my shoulders. I was just sitting there oh my God. If I ever thought that this was some field I could compete on, that I was sadly mistaken. It makes people like Hunter Renfrow be like, dude, are you not scared out there? Do you not look around and think I don't belong here? I'm just
I think that every time. He's like, I'm terrified.
Well, John Luke, you did pretty good there. You got 3 out of 5, and you only missed some of the weird ones. Spencer Rattler, I snuck in there at 6.
That was a dirty trick to put in. He's the only one who's inclusively 6 foot and above, and nobody knows his height. It's a mystery. Nobody cares about Spencer Rattler. You got to play with Tyler Shuck.
I did say 6 foot or shorter in the question, and I didn't
I
leave off
understand. I'm not saying you made
anybody
a
else.
mistake.
There was nobody else that was 6 foot or shorter that had at least 100 pass attempts. So this is a complete list, no tricks, besides it being a little tricky. John Luke, here's your next one. With the combine coming up, we've had a lot of first round running backs go in recent memory to varying levels of success. What I want you to do is name every running back drafted in the first round of the NFL draft since the 2019 draft. And I gave you the 2018 first round draft picks to kind of set the time frame for you. So Saquon Barkley, Rashad Penny, and Sony Michel were in 2018. I think I wrote secondest. Yeah, that's supposed to be a one. That's supposed to be a one right there. But they were first round picks in 2018. So the next year and later, all of the first round picks from there.
Okay, great. Sony Michel, or what was it? Rashad Penny ruined my life, so I'll never forget that.
That was a bad year. Rashad Penny, Sony Michel, Royce Freeman, I think, was in that draft class as well.
Oh, God. All right, Omarion Hampton.
Omarion Hampton is correct. Drafted with the 22nd overall pick in 2025. Nice job, John Luke.
Now
they are in order. So like 2025, you know how order works.
I know how order works.
I was about to explain that.
Now I need to remember running backs. Was Travion Henderson a first rounder? I feel like he wasn't.
Do you ever see the fridge on campus on game days?
Oh, no.
William, the refrigerator Perry, he'd had someone drive him around in a golf cart.
On our campus?
On Clemson's campus. He was a former Clemson guy, and he would come for games every once in a while. No, the Bears guy, William the refrigerator Perry. He was part of that.
I'm thinking of the fridge. I'm thinking of Jerome Bettis.
You're thinking of the bus.
The bus, yeah.
Bus, fridge.
The fridge.
A bus kind of is shaped like a fridge laid down with wheels on it. So
yeah. All right. What are the running backs? Washington, no. Eagles have Saquon. Who's the last guy in there? The Cowboys went Javonte, no. You know what? I think Charbonnet was a second round pick. Let's go Charbonnet.
Charbonnet. He was a second round pick. John Luke, unfortunately, that is your first strike.
Oh my God. Okay. I think Bijan was a first rounder. Let's go Bijan.
Bijan Robinson. Where'd my mouse go? Right there. The 8th pick overall in 2023. So there were no first round running backs in 2024.
None. Wow.
2025. You're missing a 2025er, and then they're all under Bijan from there. None in 2024.
Had to be the Raiders guy, Ashton Genty. He was first round.
Yes, he was. He was the 6th overall pick, Ashton Genty, in 2025. You got 3 of them. You got the 3 most recent.
Kyron Williams, I don't think was a first rounder. Was he?
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a Bear.
I'm too afraid to do the would he have been 2024? Oh, I don't know. Bijan. Let's go Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams. Unfortunately, Kyron Williams is not the correct answer. Kyron was drafted in the 5th round of the 2022 NFL draft, 164th overall.
5th round?
5th round. I think that's part of it.
Oh my God.
I missed the boat on him. I kept not believing in him. I kept thinking, oh, they'll just replace him. Oh, they're going to get somebody else. They're going to get some other dude in there. And I forgot to look at how good he was at football.
Crazy. Let's go. I think Josh Jacobs is a first rounder.
Josh Jacobs, nice pull, jail. In 2019, he was the 24th overall pick. Also a Raiders running back drafted in the first round.
Another Raiders running back.
Out of Alabama. Greenbow, Alabama.
Alabama?
I rewatched that movie recently, and it's a lot sadder than I remember. Forrest Gump. As a kid, I thought it was silly, and as an adult, I watch it, and it's like it's like heartbreakingly devastating. Like it's like really sad and difficult.
Still silly in my head.
Yeah, don't watch it again if you want to keep that memory, because like the Jenny Forrest relationship is like, it's just everyone's.
It's like mean. She's mean to him a lot.
Yeah, but she's also like truly victimized throughout the entire movie as well. Like she's not a villain, but like everyone loses. It's a horribly sad movie.
It's like Black Panther. Michael B. Jordan's character is kind of likable.
Yeah. Yeah. Jenny is the Michael B. Jordan of Forrest Gump.
Oh, that is a line. Clip it. All right. Running backs that were good. First rounders. People believed it. They put their money where their mouth was to get this guy. Travis Etienne. I thought that was the trickiest one on here, JL. I forgot he was a first-round draft pick, the 25th overall pick in 2021. Nice pull. Thank you. I remember that because I was very surprised. Very surprised by that pick. Let's go with, I think this guy was a first-rounder, but he didn't really perform like a first-rounder, so I'm a little scared to pull the trigger on him. Let's go Najee Harris.
Najee Harris was a first-round draft pick, right in that range where all these guys are going. Amarion Hampton, Najee Harris, Etienne Jacobs, all in those early to mid-20s pick there in the first round. Seems like a sweet spot for running backs.
All right, this last one, let's go with James Cook.
James Cook. That is your third and final strike. James Cook. Was he a second-round pick? I'm having a hard time remembering where he was. I'm going to go with third as my final guess. Second round, 63rd overall. So right on that line, almost a third-round pick to the Buffalo Bills in 2022.
Damn it.
Okay, JL, these last two guys, one of them went to the Chiefs.
Pacheco wasn't a first.
Mm-mm.
Xavier Worthy?
That's a wide receiver. It is Clyde Edwards-Helaire in 2020 was the 32nd.
He was 2018.
Pick. Nah, he was 2 years after that. He just kind of fits in with the rest of that class. He just kind of feels like a Royce Freeman.
That was the worst.
Ricky Butt said Michael Che. Unfortunately, he has yet to be drafted into the NFL, and then corrected it to CEH. And then the last one, drafted out of Alabama. He's a superstar right now. He's one of the top dynasty assets. Receiving back. Part of the Sonic and Knuckles duo. The nickname that, what'd you say?
Kenneth?
No, he is on the Detroit Lions. It is Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs, you freaking idiot.
And I didn't put the year on there because who wants to know the year he was drafted? It was 2023 as well.
I thought you did it purposefully.
Jahmyr Gibbs and CEH were the final two answers on that one. But Joe, you're kind of killing it today. That's a pretty good run to only miss those two. The Travis Etienne poll was not what I was expecting.
Dude, I feel like this always happens to me in trivia where I just like I get the max or like right up to the max strikes immediately, and then I'm sitting there just tiptoeing the high wire for the rest of the game.
You need to figure out how to like simulate that in your life. Like, how do you make your life feel like you've got two strikes? That way, because then you're going to operate at peak efficiency.
Yeah. Need to put myself on the edge somehow.
Yeah, 100%.
Put myself on the hook.
It's like the Nathan Fielder episode of Nathan For You where he does the magic trick. Have you seen that one? Where he like says, if I can't pull this off, he has an entire bleacher full of children present and a robot set to pull his pants down and expose him, and a police officer on site to arrest him for being a child predator if he cannot escape the straitjacket in time. He gave himself 2 strikes and he said, I'm going to learn how to do this. And if I don't, I'll forever be a child predator.
That's hilarious. How did he get those kids to agree?
The parents. And it was really funny because he kept telling the parents, like, are you sure you agree to this? Like, you're positive. He like made a fool of all of the parents on television for agreeing to it.
And with the parents, like, where they were just like, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. On TV? Yeah, 100%. Kid gonna be famous? Do I get paid? Yeah. Sign me up.
Can I stay and see it?
Yeah, 100%.
Then I'm in. We're in, I mean.
JL, one more, and this one is a little bit off the walls. We got the draft coming up. We got the combine. We're talking a lot of colleges at this point. What I want to know is the 8 most common college football mascots in the FBS. So this is just Division I FBS, those big time conferences, the one that are eligible for the college football playoff. There's like 159 schools in there.
So it's not necessary. This is just all the schools and frequency of mascots, not winning schools.
All the schools, frequency of mascot, most common. And I'm going to give you a disclaimer. If a color is in front of said thing, like I'm going to give a random example, say it's like the Golden Lions, that would count towards the category Lions.
Okay.
There are quite a few of those.
Okay, let's go with the Tigers since that's our school and also LSU's mascot and Towson and a bunch of other teams.
100%. You got, off the top of my head, you got Missouri, you got Memphis, you got Clemson, you got LSU, you got Auburn. I just named all of them, baby. That's all.
Auburn Tigers too?
Auburn Tigers.
I thought they were just letters.
Auburn Tigers. Fly Eagle Fly. The Jordan Hare. They got all the mascots, but Tiger is their main one.
You just made me think of another one. The Eagles.
The Eagles. Is that on that list? And Auburn, although they have an eagle that flies around their stadium, it did not count for them there. But the Eagles are on this list with 4 iterations. Boston College. There's a Golden Eagles.
Philadelphia.
In there. The Philadelphia College Eagles.
Okay, so then we got, I was just thinking Boston College. Then for some reason we were talking Philadelphia. I was thinking Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania schools got me thinking Penn State. Penn State's Lions. You said Lions earlier as an example. I don't know if that rules them out, but I'll go Lions.
I purposely said Lions so as not to give one away. JL, that is your first strike.
Damn it. That feels like it shouldn't count as a strike, but okay.
And what is a Nittany?
A Nittany lion. I don't know. It's just cute. A cute lion? And are they trying to say a knitting lion?
Nittany.
Nittany lion.
Oh, Nittany.
Nittany, isn't it?
A Nittany, isn't it? Welcome to the porridge and blood stew. Nittany lion.
Saquon, would you like some stew?
Apparently, Nittany is a specific mountain in Pennsylvania, and so they couldn't just be the mountain lions. They're like just the mountain lions from this mountain.
Well, I guess so. I got to think of more generic mascots that colleges have. I feel like I don't even know that many college. March Madness should just be mascots. Why do we ever talk about the schools?
I do it every year where I make at least one bracket where they're fighting each other.
Blue Devils, Tar Heels. George Mason something.
I love that this is football and you immediately went to basketball.
It's colleges. I'm freaking floundering.
You watch so many college football games in college.
Texas Longhorns.
The Tennessee Longhorns.
What is a longhorn? Yeah, volley the ball. Huh?
It's a cow.
It's a cow. It's definitely not cows. Let's go. Did I say Panthers yet?
You have not said Panthers yet.
Let's go Panthers. I feel like Panthers has got to be all over. Maybe not college football, but just they run the board.
They are not on the board. There are not, at least in the top 8 most common mascots. But that's on the right. That's a good guess.
Thanks.
Yeah, does that help at all?
I don't know, man. Falcons?
Some of these you're going to fight yourself. Falcons, final answer?
Sure.
That is 3 strikes, JL. Oh, number 2 was a little surprising to me. The Wildcats. There are 4 Wildcat schools in the FBS. Number 4, you got the Bulldogs. I thought you did that one. Bulldogs. You got the Huskies. A bunch of good boys out there in the FBS as well. The Cougars, the Bears, and the Aggies. Aggies was the tricky one on there. There are 3 different schools: New Mexico State, Texas A&M, and someone else.
Why? What does that mean?
I don't even know what an Aggie is. What is
agriculture thing?
Oh, a student, alumni, or athletic team member from an agricultural focused institution. Grow up.
It's basically saying the engineers.
It'd be a little more creative. It's like engineers in overalls is what an Aggie is.
Well, I would have never gotten these, so I'm glad the other team would have stolen no matter what.
Well, JL, you killed it on the 2 that actually mattered, that were about ball knowledge. And then when we started talking animals and farmers, it kind of fell off the rails.
Completed none of them.
But we're going to be talking a lot of college guys over the next couple of weeks with the combine starting, the draft coming up. That is going to be the topic of conversation. A lot of Bulldogs, a lot of Tigers, a lot of Huskies. and a lot of farmers in overalls. Man, I'm getting a little bit excited to watch the place kickers this afternoon.
Yeah,
I
I
forgot
hope they
that
start with
started.
them.
Yeah, me too. I hope they have just a camera on them the whole time, even if they're not performing. I just want to like watch them eat apple slices and drink
Their drill
Gatorade.
is just like they set up the little net and then they have to kick into it. We all have to watch them and then grade them based off how good their kicks into the net are.
Pretty good. Oh, that hit the net real good.
Yeah, he kicked that one. Got all of it.
Ooh, wow, look how hard the net went on that one.
That's some good follow through.
Guys, enjoy your net kicking watching later. Enjoy your combine. We will be back tomorrow. And tomorrow we're playing some poll perception with our friends Andrew Cooper and Joey Wright. So make sure you tune in at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Until then, though, we are out of here. Adios.
Bye-bye.